Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jairo. Today I am in the district of Savaneta. We're going to take a walk here, a stroll, and our finish, at least the proposed finish, is to finish at the Zeerover restaurant, which is the very popular restaurant next to the coast of Savaneta. There are a couple of more restaurants in the area, but right now we are just chilling here a little bit in the neighborhood, me and my buddy. And where I start this walk, or at least I chose to start this walk. So buddy, we're chilling. We're really chilling, aren't we? They don't believe us. But we are at the Olympic Stadium here in Savaneta. And I wanted to do this one a little bit different. Lately I have been getting a few requests to do a little bit more of neighborhood walks, and I thought this one might interest you a little bit to get an idea of how the Aruban neighborhoods are. And this Piscina Olimpico Roly Bisslik was named after Mr. Roly Bisslik, who actually was the first one, at least in recorded history, to have swam from the country of Venezuela, and he swam to Aruba to actually start saving money for this this building. And while we cannot visit inside today because it is closed, I was meaning to film here a little bit earlier, but doesn't mean that it would have been open. I decided that it is interesting. I don't remember the year exactly, but it's quite a few decades ago that he decided to do that. And he was also, if I'm not mistaken, he was a school teacher. Correct me, the locals, if I am wrong, correct me please. And he was also a politician and a parliament member of the Aruban Parliament at some point. And yeah, but I don't know the timeline exactly. So and if any of the locals can help me out with that one, I decided to just make a stroll here. But I thought that in case you are wondering if we do have, let me see if I can maybe take a peek on this side. We might be able to. Yeah, we are. Yeah, sure we can. Oh no, this is not the official swimming pool. This is probably the warm-up. And then the one there at your left. Let me see if I can get the camera through here. The one on the left is the actual Olympic swimming pool. So there are lots of, how do you call them? Swimming schools or groups that train here, and they compete here, of course. And Aruba is kind of what somewhat, I would say, getting better and better at the competition internationally. And also we have had and we have competed in the Olympics with what is that? I'm losing words already this afternoon, but water ballet, synchronized swimming. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, I'm botching this this walking vlog already. But in any case, I am walking first back to the main road that is from Oranjestad to St. Nicholas. So we are walking to the main road, and this one is not the double lane road. It is the wish for a lot of folks that live here that to one day be able to have a double lane road all the way from Oranjestad to St. Nicholas. Just checking out the street name is the Kaya Reverend Padre Bruno Frick. I am not familiar, to be honest. with this one. And while we will briefly have some traffic noise, bear with me. This should be a fairly interesting walk. And people will probably be looking a little bit strange at me because walking in neighborhoods with a camera in your hand is not always seen as a very good thing, or I don't know if it's a bad thing, but it's just like people get really curious why you would be filming around, and they get like suspicious or something with the camera. But I wanted to take the roadside briefly to show you some of the architecture in this neighborhood, because while even those that live here or that have passed here probably did not notice some of the architecture around here. And there are some bars that you can come and visit. Let's see this one. They have the Saco Friday, Saturday, and Sunday breakfast. Oh, that looks really good. Breakfast buffet. And I can tell you they're gonna have some live music in a bit. And I can tell you it is really worth. Don't be afraid to, if you're heading to St. Nicholas a little bit hungry, a little bit thirsty, don't be afraid to try some of these very local places. First of all, they're usually much cheaper. And second, you're helping the more local and rural economy a little bit. And I think it's definitely worth a try, because some of the best food, local food, are from these little places. I wanted to just show you this part, these two buildings. I see this one is a doctor's office, and if I'm not mistaken, the government offices used to be situated here, if I'm not mistaken. And also this other one that just seems like just like a house of someone, but it does look very, very interesting, and they certainly capture my attention. So if you want to get some pastiches, this is a good place to go. Dos Reis snack. Oh, it appears that at the place that we passed previously, it seems like there's going to be like maybe a private party today, which is, this walk is being filmed on a Sunday, so you might notice some things seem to like be closed. Let's see, there's the camera horizontal, I think it is. So we are going to take somewhat of a shortcut now and start showing you the Catholic Church of Sagrado Corazón de Jesús. That's the one we are looking at right now. And here on the right is the, let me not botch it, Colegio Sagrado Corazón. So oftentimes when there is especially a Catholic church, you will oftentimes find a school right next to it, and that's what we have. And let's take somewhat of a peek into the school's garden. Looks fairly nice. And most schools here are nowadays air conditioned, but in my time they weren't. So Escola Preparatorio Primer Paso. And yeah, in my time they weren't, and there were some periods where it was very, very hot and not all that pleasant to be at school, quite frankly. But fortunately, we do have that ocean breeze constantly that did help. Although some periods, if that dies down, the wind dies down a little bit, then yeah, that's when you run into a little bit of a trouble. I thought that there would be a mast right now, but there isn't. And I haven't been in this one. Hello. I haven't been in this one for quite a few years. I would say more than 5. It's not the largest, but it's certainly very, very interesting. And usually the priest will be living on the side of the church. It's a beautiful church though, isn't it? Look at that roof. It's beautiful. Very nice. So the priest, which you would usually, I'm watching it again, would live right next to it, and you will find more schools. That's mostly the, how do you call it? The, let me go on this side. So this is the Colegio Sagrado Corazón. You'll find the schools, and they kind of support each other. And these were built obviously many decades ago. And yeah, we can, so it's like the playground, pretty standard. And what I do wonder is if really all schools in Aruba nowadays do have air conditioning, if there may still be a few classrooms rather, that might not. Could be. Let me walk a little bit in the shade and briefly turn the camera around and to say hi. And I hope you are enjoying this walk. And if you are, give it a like. Oh, it's so hot. Give it a like, comment below, ask your questions, subscribe in the meantime if you haven't already done so, and continue watching. We are heading to the Zeerover, and I say it 1,000 times, but just hang in there. This should be, I would say, a fairly interesting walk, and I think many of you are or will be unfamiliar with the area. And we are going to just very briefly walk into the cemetery here that is also, like often right next to the church, usually very close by. And in respect for everyone, I'll stay quiet for a bit, but walk around. So some of the tombs, I can definitely tell you that this one would be some of the oldest ones here, just by looking at them. These are the old style tombs, and these are the more modern style. And sometimes some of these will be over 100 years old for sure. Let's see if we can get any year. Yeah, we can see someone. So, Let's see. Segunda colina. No, estranho. Quizás nang saque hueso na to pone suso. Sei si porta. Sì, sa che protana sacca e hueso na dat is weer usa epida aqui so. Probably. So. All right. So we'll continue with the walk. And the guy just almost scared the heck out of me because I didn't see him. Oh man. But I'll check the microphone for a bit. And what was I saying? Yeah, so he asked me, and if you saw the tomb, he asked me about it. So it was like, that's not a baby. How can it be that small? You know? And so I explained to him that it's probably that the person passed away around the year 1978. And so it's probably like they took out the bones and put it in a smaller tomb. So tomb, grave, yeah. You probably get the point. And now we're heading to this football or soccer field. Let me see the name of this one because let me see if it does have I'm trying to look for it on Google Maps, but it doesn't really have a name. Oh, there it is. Let's see, Sportsvereniging La Fama. Okay, so this is the field where the La Fama, which is a fairly well known for years, a soccer team, a football team. I don't know if they're still in the first division because that keeps changing every year, so it might be that they're not. And I also see like a smaller soccer field. I might have to go back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back, guys. Sorry about this one. So I will be turning back, and if you are getting lost already in this walk or during this walk, the blue building you're seeing now is where actually we just started. And let me get the microphone on the outside of my shirt briefly. Alrighty, we are hopefully back. And so we're gonna start going the same direction that we came from, and then we'll turn and start heading slowly to the Zeerover. Now, due to the wind, oftentimes when you walk, like from experience, when you walk along a wall like this one, the wind will be just a little bit stronger, and it's just a trick that I've learned not to walk over here. The wind is going to pick up more against the wall. You'll walk a little bit more on this side. Tricks of the camera and tricks of filming. And in case you are wondering what's said there, Santana, that's a cemetery. San Jose, vida no acaba, está transformada. So life doesn't end, it transforms. That's basically what it is saying right there. Let's see if I'm missing anything here. Let's see. Where am I? So we are, in any case, I cannot find the names, but just in any case, we are slowly heading to the local, let's see what's written there. Ministry of Public Health, Elderly Care and Sport. And it does mention Bogaerts. I don't know if it has anything to do with Xander Bogaerts, our baseball player currently playing with the Red Sox, if you are familiar with the sport. But we are, in any case, already walking along the walls of the Centro di Barrio Savaneta. And also closed today, but I did briefly featured it in the 18th of March celebrations. So I was here briefly. They have some classes, among other things, fitness classes I can read, and you can see some old boats in this area. And excuse my turning around here and there. Sometimes I turn around a little bit fast, but that's because we will continue with our walk. Now, this field is the Bolas Criollas. So it is also during that same vlog of the 18th of March, I featured folks playing it. And it seems like it's somewhat making a comeback, a popular comeback. A lot of people are playing it again. And that's interesting to see. And if you haven't watched that one, I would recommend you to check it out. Now, I am going to try to do a shortcut. Hopefully we are able to do a shortcut through this street. And I don't know how much I will be able to show you, but we are approaching the Huizen Maristella. The Maristella house, Huizen being a Dutch word. And that's an elderly housing. Do you say nursing home? I think you do, right? So yeah, it is a private terrain, so, and they also have like their own time for visiting and things like that. So we are going to just show you the gate, and then we'll walk back out. But it is a gated community also in some way, and they have the building on the right is like the original building, and on the left the houses are some of the newer buildings and some that they have built later on. Now we'll start crossing to head more and more to the beach side. And in case you are wondering about this part, we do have a few more of them. And no, okay. Yeah, so sorry. The guy thought I was gonna be heading inside. So maybe if you guys are interested in maybe at some point I might film something there. I have had so many requests for videos lately, and So many good ideas, but I can only tackle one video at a time. Starting to hear a lot of music in the distance. Hopefully we are able to walk past it. But we are going to cross over some of these now that are the, I don't know if they are still being used. I do believe they are, but they run from St. Nicholas to the web. Oh, how am I going to? I'm not going to be able to pass on this side. Well, let me see if there's anywhere I could. Nope, no, I don't. No. So, worth noting though is in front of us we have the Coral Reef Beach Apartments. Nice looking. I haven't been there ever, but I have looked at their photos online and it looks really good. It's an Airbnb type. You got the Aruba Ocean Villas here on the left. There are some nice looking birds, by the way. This one especially. And let's go back. Let's head back and I'll try to figure out where we can cross these beams. These might be a good idea anyway to be a little bit further up from the music, but nonetheless, the Flying Fishbone, one of the, for sure, one of the top 5 most popular restaurants in Aruba is this one, the Flying Fishbone, and you can, this is the one that you can dine with your feet in the water and the table and your chairs and everything is, depending on your reservation of course, but they are very busy always, so it's a very, very nice experience, very nice food, very good. But if you are remotely thinking of dining there, make sure you make a reservation well into advance, even months, especially if it's a specific day that you are looking for, maybe an anniversary dinner, something like that. Highly recommend it to do the reservation very, very early on and ask them for the table that's going to be in the water, and if that's what you would like to do anyway. And yeah, let's see if we can head on to this side and have a sneak peek at the area of this area around here and the beach. Well, it's not a great beach. It's mostly like piers and rocks and things like that, but we can definitely take a look. And we are not all too far from the Zeerover, but oh, this is, let's take a brief look here. This is an old style Aruban house, abandoned for like forever. You see the construction. Used to like just do it with certain type of rocks. I do see some guys that are fishing there at the pier. And I hope you have been enjoying again this walk. I think it will give you more and more an idea of what island living is all about. Let's see. So here is also where they, if you have a boat, you can, you know, take to the water. Oh my goodness, there's plastic in the water. Won't be able to get the other one, but I'm gonna try to get this one. Oh. So this is briefly part of the flying fishbone. And let me see if I can walk on this side with the camera. Of course, it's a little bit difficult, but you can get also an idea of this other place I was talking about. And it's a very beautiful area. And man, I want to get that second one. Okay, let me try to go back briefly, and I am going to walk back, so don't worry. So don't worry, I'll be heading back and I'll get that one back and make sure that it is not, it doesn't stay in the water. Daddy. Quando mai mi grabo rato piscar com bagara?
Sim, não,
Sim,
tá bem.
sim, tá bem. So. Conhece aqui?
Tiano ko no siya masaki?
Aminota.
Apa no sa?
Assim não llame? A mim não sabe.
Kami no sa.
Thanks. Yellow thing? Yellow tail?
Yeah, yellow thing.
Ah, okay. So that one, the name is yellowtail. I hope I don't fall from this one. Not able to. Hang on. Thank you. Bye-bye. So I'll be back and I'll get that one. And in the meantime, I still have the other one in my hand. So if I do get to see a trash can, I will leave it there. And we are most probably our next stop will be the Zeeover. I'm gonna start speeding it up a little bit. Taxis heading to the Flying Fishbone, very popular. Now, if you are taking a taxi, keep in mind that it is one of the furthest restaurants from the main hotels. And I've heard something like $35 one way. So put another $60 to $70 on top of your bill, more or less. Now, the Zeerover, if you are not very familiar and you are relatively new to this channel, it is incredibly popular all throughout the week. And it is open during the day. I do believe it's around 11 or so they start. And they finish around 9, I think. You would have to check their Facebook to make sure, but we can already see so many of the cars that are stacked up. Take a look at this other birdie back there. It's nice to see them around here in the neighborhood. And if you're going to the Zeerover, don't be looking for burgers, don't be looking for a steak, don't be looking for chicken. You are heading there to eat either fish or shrimps. So if you are allergic to those two, you would probably then opt for joining your folks and then, or joining your party, and then to just eat like the pambati, which is our typical like a pancake almost, or similar to it. And also I do believe they have funchi also occasionally. I don't know if they have it always. And what else do they have? So they don't have like a very long list of items. but it is incredibly popular nonetheless because of the place. And I did make a video about it where I took a couple from Lima, Peru, and they enjoyed the place very much. And it just makes you feel in the Caribbean and makes you feel like you're really at in the Caribbean, at the sea, and enjoying island life. It gives that traditional feeling. So we are just about maybe 20 meters from getting there. And we'll see the lines. I do believe that I already see the line. That one last guy is just the last guy in the line, and that means that the line is quite long, and that's one of those bad things about it. I'm gonna just look at this long line. Oh my goodness. Now, I am not going to eat there today. I ate a moment ago, so no problem. By the way, this is a typical Aruban house, also right next to it. But with that, I wanted to give you a walk here in the district of Savaneta, and we walked from more or less the main road to here to the Zeeover. And yeah, I hope you liked it. Nothing further. See you next week, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
1, 2, 3, 4.